Portfolio review, Tom. Good sir. Nice portfolio thumbnail there. Um cool. So hard surface hero weapon art. We go here, vintage cash register. Um this is 3 years ago, so we're not gonna stick on this for too long here. But just the things that stuck out to me immediately are just the hard edges and the way that the material is reading. And it's very busy. And then PBR values and then just the way things are modeled. Like I don't know what these are, understanding all those little details, and it looks pretty high res. It just, it just looks very early in your understanding of like how you're texturing and how materials work and whatnot. So let's continue on to the Colt 1903 Pocket Hammerless. That sounds terrifying. Does Tom have a magnificent mustache, Jer? Hey, dude. Um, you're right. I've never seen that username. Yeah, we're already at 15% on the double up Marutoy. I'm telling you, you guys can get 150,000 pretty easy. So I love the storytelling going on here. That's really cool. Looking at just how things are kind of put together, really nice. There's some, these are great, man. There's a lot of storytelling happening here. So, contact shadows. We're really missing on the contact shadows. Like it feels like there's stuff floating here. There's no ambient occlusion happening, or it just, I mean, maybe it's because it's like you took a picture of the Volt, you open it up and in the camera flash. Camera flash photos look so strange because of things like that. Like all the shadows are just gone. But yeah, it just feels like the stuff is balanced in a way where, like, albedo wise, the saturation, the the values are just kind of all over the place in range. So they all kind of feel like they're coming from somewhere else. Each piece, they're not part of like the original scene. It definitely has that Hitman vibe for sure. Dude, this presentation with the pistol, pretty sick. Pretty sick. So this is 2 years ago. Again, I don't want to focus too much on it just because of the time difference. Um, but it's definitely a better understanding of materials here than in the previous post. That pistol feels really squished, squishy. Anyways, I mean, maybe that's the design. I don't know. Um, ooh, look at that. Oh, man. The machining lines. That's nice. But this is nice. You're doing a breakdown here. There's some tiling information happening in the normal maps here that are pretty rough. Like it just doesn't feel like it's tiling enough. But yeah, there's definitely a better understanding of PBR in this piece versus the previous one. It's still lacking, but again, 2 years ago. Because when I look at this scene, I remember looking at this scene with you in critiques. This scene's substantially better compared to the previous stuff. So this is also 2 years ago. So it's like something clicked. You know what I mean? No one could read it out loud with a straight face. Nice. I don't even know what to say about your username right now. I can't even. Um but yeah, there's so much storytelling going on in this scene. And I think the only thing that feels weird to me is the scale of those stairs. Those stairs feel super wide. The pieces of wood feel super thick. The steps feel huge to me for some reason. I just don't have a sense of the scale for some weird reason. Dude, look at that area in the back there. That's yeah, I like this scene. That area in the back is pretty rough. It's nice use of noise as well. The lighting feels really good, definitely. And it's like guiding, right? The temperature differences between the lights is really nice. But you can see the scale, like the size of these tiles, the size of the stairs. It confuses my brain. Yeah, the size of the grain on these wood posts as well is very. It's strange. It feels strange. Something feels off about it. I think the way that these tiles into the concrete feels a little off. I'm not sure why though. I think maybe because usually you see either the edge of the tile or the grout at the end point, right? And then there's like a seam that's managed with the concrete. You did a really good job of the detail work on the concrete because you can see the little cracks and stuff on the edge there for the like where the stress points are. Decals, man. Decals. The table is thinner than the stairs, or at least that's how it feels to me as well. Yeah, there's something weird with the scale for me. Maybe it's the tiles. If the tiles were a little bit smaller, I don't know. Or like, okay, this is pretty raw, but what could really help with this story back here and with the scale is putting some rubber boots here that tracked blood back. Rubber boots will give us a sense of scale, but also draw your eye to like, what the heck's going on back there? And then seeing the blood, you're like, yo, these guys mean business. Either that or someone got really pissed off at a paint can. But that's some serious work going on there. Sir, you may have dropped a bucket of paint or so. Yeah, using a mannequin for scale would help a lot. The ceiling feels quite low as well. See, and this is where it gets confusing a little bit, right? So just some stuff to think about. Ooh, yeah, I love this. Dude, look at these shadows too. So nice. I love the cool lighting you have coming in from the little smaller windows. Nice touch, and really give some other attentions to details as well as like a counter to the warmer lighting. Very, very nice. Low ceiling works really well. I think that's the thing though that's kind of like messing with my brain. I don't know how, like I feel like someone standing here is quite tall and could maybe even like touch the ceiling. So when they go up these, I guess they have to crouch maybe. Yeah. Oh, there's stairs there too. Man, that's an ominous stairwell. I appreciate that you didn't put a light in there for us to see. What's going on there? What is that? Bro. Is that a cat? I think that's a cat. Interesting. Is it water damage? I don't know. I see. Mr. Marty has made his appearance. I have no I have no idea. Swear that's a cat. Is that a cat? Man, I love the little micro information you got going on here. Yeah, see this stuff? This is great. There's a lot of duplicating happening. I'm not sure what's causing that. We're like literally analyzing like the surfaces now. Like those are really dark. Oh, interesting. Dude, look at, see, there's like warm, cold values going on. So nice. I love it. Love it. Yeah, that edge crack's super nice, right? All it is you just got a decal, you know, just whoop whoop, and then now it's solved. And now when I can zoom in and I see this, there's a wood trim piece here. I think the grout just needs to go around this and then the trim, and you're Yeah, this. Yeah, it starts to get into this like kind of real territory. It's this edge here that throws you off. And there's a little bit of normal wrapping that's happening here. I'm imagining it's because there's a floating decal on the corner. To get around that, bake your normal for the around the edge. Bake that with normals for the low poly with the normals weighted so that they're straight out, and that'll get rid of that. Yeah, I like these 360 renders. These are really nice. Just looks good. Just looks good. It's a nice way of presenting your information. So that scene to me is really nice. And I mean, we look at these two others, and these just don't. So this is 2 years ago. When's this one? This one's also 2 years ago. What? Was that 2 years ago that I was looking at that? That's crazy. And this is last year? Okay, let's look at this Model 15 first. So this looks cool, but the materials, it's very hard to read. Like this feels very different compared to the last scene we were just looking at. Yeah, Muck, I think you're right. Sorry, I'm going back to this real quick. Tiles seem a bit large, bricks seem a bit small. Albedo's a bit dark. I think all of those combined are causing that little bit of confusion. I think with the albedos being too dark feeling, if they're just a little bit brighter, I think you're going to look even more photoreal. So this revolver, I love this shot showing this stuff, but man, it's so dirty. Like there's so much surface information happening. Again, love your little diorama type approach to presenting your weapons. That gun is dark. That is a dark material. Oh, this is a cool way of presenting the... Oh, yeah, the wireframes, too. So a lot of geo in here that doesn't necessarily need to be there. I would love to see the texture maps because I want to see the albedo of how dark this is. This feels too dark to me. Yeah. Smith & Wesson. But onto the steampunk carbine. Yeah, the wood on that pistol looked too clean. So when we look at this asset, this looks good, man. There's a really nice control of materials here. This is a little weird. I think it's just a little too high on or too low on the roughness value, so it's like really reflective, and it's reflecting an environment that doesn't make any sense to me. You know, because it's like your HDRI is like an outside shot with like a sun. And it's just a matter of, you know, it's tune it down a bit and it'll be good. It's kind of like this stuff is getting into a little bit better of a territory, but it's still really clear, really reflective. Yeah, chat's really delayed today. I'm not sure what's going on. You guys are at 19% on the challenge. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh, look at this. The slow pan. It's weird though. Are you guys seeing the stepping, or is that just me? I'm gonna post this in chat here. I think you can just do this now, can't you? It's a really long render. That's just a thing, right? Dude, this is awesome. So there's a lot more material control going on here, minus like the little metal bits that are a little too reflective. I think the other elements are looking pretty nice. The roughness on this wood, this marbled wood, needs to be needs some attention, I guess, just to kind of push it away from like being so smooth. We need Digital Foundry to analyze the stutter. I don't think you need this render or this render. This one's nice. This is a nice render. Man, I love the attention to detail with the little holes in the paper. Really cool. Yeah, I think when we look at this, it's like, what can you do to push this further? What can be done to just make it that much better? I'm trying to figure it out. So there's, of course, there's the metal that I was talking about. Maybe you could push like saturations down a bit, and then maybe, oh man, that's, now I see it and now I cannot unsee it. Okay, I'm gonna do this so you guys can see what's going on. So there's some light stuff happening here that's we just need to adjust for it, and you'd be much better off, I think. So let's see if I can figure out how to emphasize this. So if we go here, okay, so we just need to get the blue. I'm gonna do this. So there is a, you can see when it blows out here. There it is. This cone thing here, you've got like, it's almost like two headlights. So you've got these two directional lights that are just kind of like making a cone, and I see them in the render. It's very subtle, but it's something that you can see it here. These edges here, just pulling that light back and kind of getting it to, yeah, you can see it even ending here. Just getting it wider, maybe even using a box light. That does a lot. A box light does magic for that stuff. A bleach pass? Yeah, a bleach pass would be good. Yeah, because see, if I tune this down, and then let's see here. See, like wash it out a little bit. I think washing out, is Photoshop freaking out again? Wow, dude, Photoshop. What is going on, bro? Are you gonna be okay? Photoshop, you're gonna be okay. It's all right. It's okay. Dang. Let's try that again. Flashbang, you sorry. So yeah, let's push saturations down, wash it out a little bit. I would say even taking this image, it sounds really weird, but really kind of just a little washout. Just trying to get information in the shadows. So some areas are quite dark, but I want to take this, push the value a little down, saturation a little down, and then you can use this to your advantage when it comes to like masking that stuff out, you know. Let's start with a control I on that. I'm gonna see if this will select. I don't think it will, but you know, you never know. I'm just gonna roughly, yeah, mouse control, bro. Ah, not bad, not bad. Cool. There's some areas that are missing, but I want to use that as like a mask for figuring out control I, just popping the gun out from the environment by just desaturating the rest of it, you know. If we alt click and just look at the mask, it's kind of what we're looking at right now. Taking that, if you do like a blur, you could do like a Gaussian blur on there. Where are we at here? Blur, Gaussian blur, and just kind of like push that out a bit. Let's see what we're looking at here. We run a levels on there and just push it further out. Then you introduce a little bit of the color around it, but then leave that the rest of it muted, right? Maybe I'm being a little too hardcore. Let's see. Because I do like bringing in the other elements, but you want the focus to be on the gun, right? And you're already kind of doing that with the way you've darkened the outside edges. But yeah, I mean, this asset looks great. I'm just getting picky on the smaller details to try and push it further. But yeah, this one I like quite a bit, actually. So, I mean, I think if you were to remove these two and this one, your portfolio would be stronger, although a bit empty, right? Um, I think what I would do with your portfolio actually is I would remove this one for now. There isn't a place for eyes to rest in this scene. Yeah, and I think by the adjustments that I was pointing out, I think that helps a little bit. But I like the arrangement of propping. It's really nice. But yeah. Too many props? I think it's okay. It is pretty evenly spaced out, but it doesn't look too crazy. It is a lot of stuff for sure. But I think it's all right. The thing that's getting me the most, I think, is this material. And like how it looks on like all of the metals. Like all the metals are just a little too clear in their reflection. Like unrealistically reflective. Like almost mirror-like. But yeah. Super nice portfolio. I would remove this one. And then when you post your next piece, I would remove this one. And then when you post another one, this one. Because like these two, like make these three. These two make your portfolio look really good, and these three bring your portfolio down. It's just the quality, the execution quality is just much higher in these two pieces by comparison of the other three. I would remove this one first after you post something new. Then I would remove this one, and then I would remove this one. Or flip these. It can be remove, remove, then remove. But for now, I think it's fine that they're in there. It shows your progress as well. The other thing you could do like what I do. I don't really remove. I just leave it like whatever. I don't really care. Use it like a portfolio blog. All the stuff at the end is just the old stuff. And you just keep progressing. Kind of shows where you were at, where you went, how you've grown. But yeah, super cool. It's a good portfolio. And it's really that most recent one is really nice. Yeah, nice.